Okay. So good afternoon to everyone. Once again, back to your data structure single linked list. And in today's session, we'll try to complete this particular single linked list. So the last operation that is left here is nothing but we have something called as deletion operation. And here we will be seeing how to delete the nodes that are present in a linked list. So till now in the previous sessions, we have discussed how to create the list, isn't it? Like how we can add the numbers and all, and later on what are the different operations we can perform in it. Something like we can search an element present in that list or not, and if it is present we can show the position of that particular list, position in that particular list. Followed with that, we have also discussed about traversing. Traversing is nothing but moving from one particular node to another node and just going through the all the nodes that are present and simply displaying the information. And then we have discussed about something called insertion operation. In insertion, we have actually discussed about something called as four cases, I guess. That is nothing but insertion in the beginning, right? Case we have total four cases here. So first one is related to something inserting in the beginning. And the second case we discussed is inserting in the end of a particular list. Third case is inserting after a given number. And the fourth case is inserting before a given number. You people, I think it's very clear with this, whatever the operations we have performed here, and try to practice it so that you people can understand this particular concept easily. Then, so today the last topic what we have is something related to deletion here. The deletion operation we are going to perform, it is very easy and very technical also. Just you people have to remember the concept, and remaining code you people can write it on your own, no big deal. So previously we have discussed about something called insertion. As I stated, searching is done, traversing is done. So the last method that is left here is something called as deletion. So if we talk about here in this particular case about deletion here, so here there are three cases that we are going to discuss here. So similar to your insertion, like that we have here three cases. The first case is deleting the first node in the list. So in a single linked list, once the node is created, you wanted to delete the first node. So how we can do it? It's very easy. I'll explain it one by one so that you people can understand and understand the code also. I'll like also show you the working of the code, how that logic actually works. Then we have the B part, that is nothing but case 2, where the node is deleted from the last. So the first case is something relevant to deleting a node from the beginning, and the second case is deleting a particular node from the last, and the last but not the least is the node after a given node. So means you have to give a value after which you want to delete it. Suppose like we have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what you people have provided in a linked list. These are the elements you have provided. Okay, so I'm just not drawing the diagram here like a node. I think you people know, right? Till now, you people are aware now how it will be represented. So 1, 2, 3. So in this way, this is what I mean to say. I'm just taking the numbers here. So here, for example, I want to delete this particular node. I want to delete the number 4. So means after 3, whichever the element is there, I want to delete it. So that is the third case. Deleting a node after a given node is okay, whichever the node is given. Suppose I want to delete 5. So after node number 4, whichever the element is there, I want to delete it. Or whichever the element that is present after node number 2 or the element number 2, that particular element I wanted to delete it. So how we can do it, that we are going to discuss here. There are three cases here and these are very easy. So here when we discussed about insertion operation, we discussed about the term something called as overflow. If you people do remember, we discussed about overflow. And what do you mean by this term? We mean here is nothing but whenever we people, so there we use it a pointer variable called as avail. Okay, available. So what do you mean by that is whenever your system is having a restricted amount of memory storage. So definitely if you keep on adding the data, definitely a point will come where it will be overflowing it. I'm talking about insertion here. Okay, I'm not talking about deletion. I'm talking about insertion. Something like you can take a cup of tea. If you take an example of a cup of tea, so what you're doing, you will be pouring a tea into that cup. But what is the limit? Does it has any limit for that particular cup? Obviously, it is having a limit here. What is the limit? The size. The size is the ultimate limit. If you try to keep on pouring the tea into the jar, okay, into a cup, which is of size around something called as 5 centimeters. So up to 5 centimeter, the tea will be poured perfectly. But when you are keep on pouring the data, what will happen automatically? It will start coming out of that particular cup because it is overflowing it. Same way here also, when we were inserting an element and you have a restriction in inserting that particular element, then we will be using a concept something called as avail. So here this is a variable we used it in insertion, and we have discussed that if avail is equal to null. So what does that mean? There is no free space that is available to insert a new element whichever you want to create. In the same way, when you want to delete the elements, so you are trying to delete the elements. So let us suppose 5 elements are there. So when you delete, keep on deleting. So this number deleted, this one you have deleted, this, and finally this. Again, you're trying to delete a number, but there doesn't exist any number now. This was the final number which we had. We have deleted it. Total 5 numbers. So when you try to delete the sixth number that doesn't exist, then what will happen? Underflow. That is what we call it as underflow. And when that will be underflow, here is nothing but whenever if you are using if start, you know that start is a pointer variable which consists of address of a first node. And if the start is equal to null, what does that mean? There doesn't exist any node present in that particular list. So finally, what you can say is you can simply delete what we call since that yeah, start is equal to null means there are no nodes. So this is a start variable here we are presenting, and it is having -1. That means there doesn't exist any node right now. No node is present here. So automatically that means there is no element to delete, and you're trying to delete an element, then this situation will come. That is what we call it as underflow. So the first case, what we are going to delete here is, I mean, for deletion operation is that nothing but the first node deletion. Okay, so I am going to delete the first node here in this particular case. So let us consider this is what the list I actually created here. So you can see how many elements we do have. This is your node number 1. This is node number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there are total 7 elements. There are total 7 elements that are present here. And the condition here is I want to delete node number 1. This is the node I have wanted to delete it. And when I am deleting this particular number, I mean particular node, what will happen? Which one will be the first node now? The second node will be acting as the first node. This will be second node, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. This is what I need to do. I first have to, so what is the process here is very simple. Whatever the node you wanted to delete from the beginning, first I am going to detach this from this particular linked list. Whatever the linked list I'm having here, I will detach from this part, this particular part. And then what I have to do, since I have detached this particular node, you can see that start is still pointing to this particular node. But as per our rules, what is that? Start should be pointing to the first node. Now, since this particular node has been detached here, this should become node number 1. So the start should be present here. And finally, you have removed this particular node, and this is the remaining node, whatever you are having. Now, remember, here one thing which you people have to keep in mind is nothing but you people have allocated memory dynamically, isn't it? We use it a method from a C language called as malloc. Using malloc, you people have allocated memory to this particular node. Now, when you are detaching this particular node here, until and unless you are freeing, you people are removing the memory, this node will exist. Even though you have detached this node has become node number 1. Still, this node, whatever the memory you have allocated to this within the system, that will be existing. So we are going to use a particular method called free. Free is the method which we'll use to remove the memory that is allocated to this particular node. That is the only concept that you have to keep in mind when you're deleting it. Okay, first we will be detaching it. After detaching that particular node, we have to free that particular node so that whatever the memory is allocated to that particular node, that can be released. And that memory can be used by some other process within the operating system. So this is the whole process it is. So first thing what I'm going to do, as I told you, I will simply detach that. The first node, you can see now this particular node has become node number 1, and then finally the start I will be shifting it to this particular node, and simply I have deleted it. This is the way how exactly, it's a very simple logic what we have. So this is the algorithm what we have for this. Very small algorithm it is, hardly 3 or 4 lines of code, that's it. So what I'm going to do is first I'll check whether if start is equal to null. If it start is equal to null, what does that mean? So definitely there are no elements present in it. So simply you can say that it is a underflow concept that is taking place. You're trying to delete an element or the node which doesn't exist. There are no nodes present in the system and you're trying to delete. So it is an underflow condition. But in case if this condition fails, we are going to use a pointer here. I'm going to use a pointer variable star PTR. Why we require this? Because I'll tell you why. So first I'm going to initialize that pointer to the start position. So whatever the first element is there, so this is start, right? So I'm going to assign pointer into this particular node. Now what I'm going to do here is start equal to start next. You know that start is pointing to this particular node, and in the next block of this particular start consists of address of this particular node, the second node whatever we are having. So when you're giving or setting start equal to start next, so what is the address we have here? Let us suppose the address is 200 and that 200 is present here. Start next consists of 200, so you're saying start equal to 200. So simply what will happen now? The start, whatever we are having here, it will simply jump to the second node. Means this particular node has been detached. And since it is detached here, I want to remove the pointer. So pointer, still this particular node is existing with respect to pointer. So what I have to do, as I told you, I need to free that particular. So using a free method, I'm going to free the memory that is allocated to that particular node. That is what we use it here, free PTR. So, okay. So here is a code with respect to that, what you people are seeing here. You can see clearly here. So the first thing what I'm going to do, struct node store delete beginning. So this is a code for, or the method for deleting the first node, whatever we are having here. So start node dot start. So you know that we are going to start from, in start is nothing but the first, start is a variable, pointer variable which points to the first node. So we have to start from there. So here I am going to use another pointer variable start PTR, and I am going to assign the first address whatever is there to PTR. Then start equal to start next free pointer, and then finally you can return start. So this is a simple 4 lines code what you have, using which you people have removed the first element that is present. So here is the code. Let me explain the code how it exactly works. Now this is the linked list what I have. Okay, let first write me the let me write the addresses here. This is 100. Just assume it 200. This is 300. 4, 5, 6. This is 7. Okay. Now let us write the values here. So here the first node consists of 100. I mean sorry 200. Address of next node, that is 200, and this will consist of the address of next node, that is this one 300, and this will consist of 400. This will be having 500. This will have 6. And then we have something called 7. Since this is the last node, it will be having -1. So this is 700, right? 700. So I want to delete this particular node. This is node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4, node 5, node 6, and node number 7. Just assume it. So what I'm doing, let me see how exactly it works. So initially, you know that start will be pointing to the first node, and start will consist of, this is a pointer variable which consists of address called as 100. Okay. Now what I'm doing, first I had to create a pointer variable PTR. Fine, I have created it. In the next step, what I'm doing, pointer equal to start. Pointer equal to start. So start consists of, what is that? Address 100. So pointer equal to 100. So right now, what I'm doing exactly here is I'm writing pointer here. So I am assigning pointer to the first node. I did it. So pointer equal to 100 now. So I have assigned to that particular node. Now what is the next step I'm doing? Start equal to start next. So start equal to start next. Start is pointing to which particular node right now? The first node. And in the first node, the next block, start next means the next block, what is there? This is the next block. What is the address present here? 200. So start equal to start next means whatever the address that is present in the next block, I am assigning to the variable called as start. So what is the variable we have here? 200. You can see here clearly start next consists of 200. Start equal to 200. Now what does that mean? Right now the start is pointing to the node number 2, which is having an address 200. So what we have to do is simply this particular start will be skipped from there and it is going to come to this particular location. Simply I have detached this particular node from the remaining linked list. Fine, the work is done. Now the thing is, as I told you, now this node has been detached, removed from the remaining nodes, but this node still exists. Why? We did not free the memory. I have to remove the memory that is allocated to this particular node. How can I do it? Using a free method. So simply I'm going to call free. So that particular node is actually whatever the node we have, that is pointed by which particular variable now? PTR. So simply I am going to give free PTR. So it is going to remove. So automatically this particular node gets deleted and this becomes your new nodes. So finally, how the result will be here is something like this. So now what happened after this is this will become your node number 1. This is your 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So definitely, as I told you, this is 200, right? 300, 400, 500, 6. This is common. These addresses will not change. So this will consist of 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. So you can see this particular node has become the first node. Okay, and now what will happen? This start will be present in this particular location based upon this particular statement. That's it. The work is completed. We have deleted the first node, whichever is present here. We have simply deleted it using this particular logic. Okay. So let's go ahead. The second condition, it's very easy. Deletion is easy when compared to insertion and deletion. I mean, if we compare insertion and deletion, so here deletion of a last node. Now this time, I don't want to delete this first node. I want to delete this particular node. Okay. So what can we do here? So how many nodes we have? You know that we have 7 nodes we are having, and the last node is the one which I wanted to delete it. So you know that first I had to reach this particular node because in the entire list, whatever is provided here, you know that there is only one variable I'm using here, something called as start. And this points to the first node that is present here. Whatever the first node is present in the linked list, that is what it is representing start. Remaining nodes, I don't have any access. How can I access it? Simple. I have to use a pointer variable PTR. And this pointer variable I will initialize initially at this particular location PTR. And now what I have to do, I need to simply traverse. I should make sure that this PTR is coming to this particular location. That's it. That's what I need to do. So PTR means how can I do? While PTR next is not equal to null, you will be PTR equal to PTR next. So it will keep after every iteration, it will be moving from one location to another location till it reaches a point where the next block of that particular node is -1. So finally it will come here. This is a particular location. Okay. But if you see here, I want to remove this particular node, right? I want to remove this particular node. So what I have to do, so the previous node, whatever is having, this will consist of address of this particular node, isn't it? Now, if I ask you this 7th node, whatever is there, the address of 7th node will be present in this particular node, the 6th node. So simply what I have to do, whatever the address is present here, I have to remove this address. So when I have to make it as null, automatically it will get disconnected because there is no address that is mapping to this. There is no connection. So this is what I need to do. But if I use a single pointer here, I may not be able to do it properly. So what I'm going to do here in this particular case, I will be using 2 pointers. Okay. I will be using here 2 pointers. What are the pointers? PTR, pre PTR. Okay, so these are the 2 pointers I'm going to use, same like your insertion operation how we used. And you know the condition, pre pointer will be one node behind when compared to the pointer. Remember that pre pointer will always be one node behind the pointer. What does that mean? If pointer is present here, pre pointer will be present here. Okay, And if we are trying to do something called as iteration, if pointer is present here, then pre-pointer will be present in this particular location. So if we are doing again increment here, the pointer will be coming here and the pre-pointer will be present here. I hope you people are getting it. This is the condition even for insertion, even for deletion also. Pre-pointer means pre means before. So every time pre-pointer should be present at the back of pointer only. So in this way, when you are doing iteration, pointer will be reaching here and pre-pointer will be present here. And ultimately you have reached the point which you wanted to delete. This is the node I want to delete it. So what I have to do when we have reached here, this pre-pointer, this is the pre-pointer referring to this particular node, right? Sixth node. So what I have to do here in this particular thing, the next block of this particular node, whatever the address is there, let us suppose the address something here is 200 and this 200 is present here. I have to simply remove this 200 here. I have to place -1. How can we do that? It's simple, I guess. Pre pointer next block should be equal to -1. So automatically you're assigning -1. So this particular thing has got detached. Now this but there is no link here. So this particular node has been detached. And what we have to do, as I told you, this node exists. I have to free it. So simply I'll use free method. Free, what I have to do? PTR. PTR. That's it. But here, in order to move this particular pointer and pre-pointer one by one, definitely I need to use a looping statement, isn't it? That's it. So that we know how to use it. So here, just let me give you the steps, then we'll see the working of this particular logic. So here what we are doing, this is the node we have, start point. So initially, as I told you, I'm going to take two different pointers here, PTR and pre-pointer. And initially they are pointed to the first one, that is this. Now I will start incrementing them one by one. Now move pointer and p-pointer such that the next part of PTR is equal to null. Obviously, then only I'll come to know that I have reached the last. So the next part of means we'll be moving from this location to this location, this one to this one to this, like this. And finally, PTR is reaching to the point where the next part is null. You can see here and here. Next, what we had to do, whatever I explained you, same thing is happening here. Set the next part of pre-PTR node to null. What is the pre-PTR node we have? This one. And the next part in the sense, this one, he is asking you to make it as null, means -1. Automatically this connection will get disconnected. See, you have seen it, disconnected. So what are the elements we are left with? I think we are left with 6 elements now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 elements. So this element has been got removed from that particular location. That is the simple step. This is also 4 lines of code we have. I will show you. So this is the algorithm and this is the coding part, how we can convert it. So you can see if start equal to null. Well, we are not doing in this particular case. When we are coding it up, we are not doing that. Since you know that the number of elements what we have in that case, if not we can write it, no big deal in that, you people can write it up, but we have reduced the complexity. So in order to reduce the number of steps, we have overcome this particular part, that is this one. We are not discussing about underflow and all. Anyhow, we will be knowing it how many elements are there, so we can remove it. So that's the reason. But if you want, you people can add this up here in this particular logic. The logic can be written here. If start is equal to null, printf underflow. That's it. If not, what I have to do, set pointer equal to start. So initially I'm setting the pointer. How many pointers I'm taking here? 2 pointers, ptr, pre-pointer, pre-ptr. So initially I'm setting the pointer equal to start, and then I'll check the condition while pointer next is not equal to null. Till then I will be repeating this particular loop. So what I'm doing it, I'll be incrementing it. So pre-PTR will consist of the address of a pointer and PTR will consist of the address of the next block, whatever is there. So it will be skipping to the front node and this will be present in the previous node. And in this way, I will be keep on iterating it until I'm reaching to the place where pointer next is not equal to null. So here the condition should fail. It should equal to null. Then we will be coming out of it and simply the two statements we are going to execute. Pre-pointer next is equal to null, free that particular pointer. The same thing when we are representing in a code, this is the logic which you people have got it. So initially this step is something like we are declaring it. We are using 2 pointers, PTR and pre-PTR. Initially, so same logic you can see here, pointer equal to start, while pointer next is not equal to null, perform the operation, means iteration. So pointer should move to the next node and the pre-pointer should point to the previous node, to the pointer node. So then we are going to perform the operation, this particular thing. Okay, let me explain this with the help of a code so that it becomes easy for you people. Okay, I think there's a small hangout thing has taken place. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, first let me take this particular thing, deleting a node after. So here it is. So this is the one which I want to take it up. Just paste it up here. Yes. And then I want the algorithm. Okay. So you people have got this. So let me explain it now. So if you see here, okay, let me keep it here. So first let me assign the addresses and all whatever we have, same like previous one. This is your 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 6, and 700. Okay. So then that what does that mean? So this one will consist of something called as 200 here. This is 300, 400 here, 500, 6. So this will become your 700. Finally done. So remember this time I want to delete the last node. So let's see how the working part of this. Struct node star pointer star pre-pointer pointer equal to star. So what I'm doing, what is the initially start is actually consisting of the value 100. So PTR is equal to how much I'm giving here? 100. So right now the PTR is present at this particular location. Now check the condition. While pointer next is not equal to null. So what is pointer next? Pointer is pointing to the node number 1. And what is the data present in the next block here? 200 address. So it is checking whether 200 is not equal to null. Obviously, you know that this condition is true because 200 is not equal to null here. So there exists some value. So what we need to do, we need to execute these two statements now. Pre-pointer equal to pointer. So the what does that mean? Pre-pointer equal to pointer. Right now pointer is pointing to which location here? 100. So pre-pointer is equal to 100 here. Okay. So let me write it with this. This is somewhat effective. So sorry. So here we are writing pre PTR equal to how much we are writing? Pointer is pointing at 100. So indirectly what you are doing is you are assigning pre PTR in this particular location. You got it. Now what I have to do, if pre-PTR is pointing to node number 1, then pointer should point to which node? The second node, not the first. Always pre-pointer should be at the back of the pointer. So what for that I'm executing the second statement. What is that? Pointer equal to pointer next. So pointer equal to pointer next. So pointer right now is pointing to the node number 1. And what is the data present in the next block here? 200. So 200 here. So what does that mean now? So this pointer is skipping from here and it is coming to this particular location PTR. So right now pointer is at 200 location and pre-pointer at 100 location. Now again the loop will be continued. So what is that? Pointer next not equal to null. So pointer is pointing to the node number 2 which is having address 200, right? Now pointer next means we are selecting this particular value. Pointer next. So pointer is pointing to node number 2. What is the next? What is the value present in the next? 300. 300 is not equal to null is nothing but -1. Condition is satisfied. Enter. So pre-pointer equal to PTR. Now this case, this time the case will be different. So pre-pointer equal to pointer. What is the value present in the pointer here? 200. So that 200 will come here. So indirectly now what you people did? This pre-pointer is skipping and coming to this particular look. Okay, let me write it with a different color. So it is coming to this particular location pre-PTR. So it has come to this location. Since it is coming to this location, pointer has to be incremented to the next location. So that is pointer equal to pointer next. So what is the value present in the pointer next here? 300. So this 200 will be changed to 300. So now the pointer, I mean this one, this particular pointer will skip from this particular node and it will be coming to this particular location, PTR. Now again, same run it. Pointer next not equal to null. This time, what is the pointer next value? 400. 400 is not equal to null, isn't it? 400 is not equal to null. Condition satisfied. Enter. Pre-pointer equal to pointer. So this time, what is the value pre-pointer will consist of? Equal to pointer. So pointer is at which particular location? 300. So pointer pre-pointer is 300. So this pre-pointer will skip from this particular location and it will be coming to this particular location, pre-pointer. Then what about pointer? Pointer equal to pointer next. So what does that mean? Pointer next means what is the value present in the pointer next here? 400. So simply I'm going to assign 400 here. So what happened now? This particular pointer skipped from here and it has come to this particular location. And this will keep on repeating until it is reaching to the place where pointer next is equal to null. Let us suppose now I have finally reached here. Pointer, the pre-pointer will be present here. So these conditions will be failed now. This particular condition will be failed. You can see pointer next not equal to null. Pointer next is null. So -1 not equal to -1. This condition fails. You simply skip the while loop and you come to the next statement. So what are you going to do exactly here right now? So pre-pointer next equal to null. So where is the pre-pointer? No, in this particular location. What is the next block of pre-pointer right now consists of 700 address, means the address of this particular block. Now what I'm doing here, pre-pointer next. What does that mean? This particular block, I am making it as null. Null in the sense this 700, I'm actually replacing it with -1. -1. So automatically it is getting detached. So this node has been detached. Now this is a final list what we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements. Now here, now we have removed this. We have detached this particular node, but we did not free the memory whatever is assigned to it. 700 slot is still consist of some values. For that we are executing this particular statement. Free. So free, what we are going to write here? So I want to free the memory of this node and this node is pointed by PTR. So free PTR. Done. So automatically this entire list will vanish. So to finally, what is the list that is left with us is nothing but this particular list. Okay. So this is a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This particular part is removed now. After when we have executed free PTR. This is the way how we can delete the last node. Only thing we have to use a looping statement, go to the end and simply change the address of the previous node with null -1. That's it. Your task is completed. Very, very easy. So the next one, what we have here is something like deleting a node, given node in a linked list after a given node. So I'll be giving one number. After that, whichever the element is there, I want to delete it. Suppose this is the one which I have here. And here in this case, I wanted to delete some number. Let us suppose you can take any number here in this case. The process is same here. You'll be using pointer, pre-pointer and pointer, which will be initialized here. And we will be performing the same operation what we have did earlier. Same thing. Okay, same thing we are doing. See, the pointer will be moving forward, pre-pointer in the previous. Again, it will be incremented like this pointer and this. So this time I am trying to delete this number. The number which I'm trying to delete here is this. So what is the number I gave here is 4. 4 is a number and whatever the number that is present after 4, I want to delete. So what is the number here? 2. I want to delete this. So you can see here pointer should move to this particular point and pre-pointer should consist of the value which we are searching, after which we want to delete it. Once we reach here, what I have to do is I have to simply disconnect this particular connections. How can I disconnect this? Simple. The address of the pre-pointer, wherever it is pointing here, that should consist of address of this particular node. Means pointer next whatever the data consists of here, that address should come here. That is what we have to do. It's very simple. Once again, I'm just explaining it. See, this is the node I want to delete it. So what I have to do is simply have to remove. So the address, suppose this address is 200, this address is 300. Now this address is present where? Here. And what about this address 200? Here. So there is a connection from this node to this node. I want to remove this and I want to have a connection from this particular node to this particular node. How can I get it? Simple. This 200, what is the address of the next node? I have to replace it. I have to erase this, and here I have to get something called as 300. So where is 300? This one. So from here, the connection has come up to this particular location. That is what I need to do it up. That's it. So automatically the connection will be lost from this particular thing. And simply I'm going to make it free. You'll use free pointer and then I'll free method and I'll simply remove this particular location. That's it. So that is what we are going to do here. So logic will be somewhat a little bit tricky here. You can see. Yeah, that is what I'm doing. This is what the graphical I wanted to show you. See here, whatever the address is presented earlier, it consists of address of this node. Now this will consist of address of this particular node. So automatically this will get deleted. That's it. Finally, you have removed this particular row 2. After 4, you're having 6 and this. You're done with this. So this is the logic what we do have. Okay, let me explain it with the help of this. So this is a node which I wanted to here we are having. Then I want the code here. Here is the code. Fine. Come here. So let's see carefully what we are doing it. So which node I want to delete here? This is the node which I want to delete here. So first I'm doing, so I have to use 2 pointer variables definitely for sure. So that is what, so let me write the here something, we need to write something called 200, 300, right? 400, 500, 600, 7, 10. So this is something, this is your 100. Address of the first node is 100. Second node is 200, 300. So this is 400, 500, 600, and finally 700. These are the nodes what we do have. So first thing, I am using 2 different pointer variables, PTR and PTR. Now this time I had to give the number after which I need to delete. So this is a node I want to delete, this one. So means I had to give the number 4. So that for in order to get that value, I am using an integer variable here, val. Okay, val is nothing but value. You can give any variable, no big deal in that. So enter the value after which the node has to be deleted. You're going to print the statement. Then you're giving scanf, so the value will be given. What is the value here? 4. So after 4, whichever the node is there, I want to delete it. So initially what I'm doing is I'm assigning the pointer variable and a pre-pointer to this particular location. So pointer variable and pre-pointer will be present in the node number 1. See, pre-pointer equal to start. I mean pointer equal to start. Pre-pointer is equal to pointer. So PTR equal to start. Start will consist of address of the first node, that is 100. And pre-pointer will consist of the address of the pointer. So what is pointer pointing to? 100. So pointer is, so both are right now in this particular node number 1. Now what is the condition we have to? So we want to delete the node this particular. So definitely this should be pointed with pre-PTR. So what I have to check here is whether the data present in the pre-pointer is equal to the value which I have given. Pre-pointer data not equal. Here 4. Let us see the. So let me first erase this part. Okay. So this is something 400, right? And this one is 500. Okay. So while pre-pointer, so right now pointer and pre-pointer are pointing at this location. So they consist of value 100. So while pre-pointer data not equal to value. So pre-pointer data, what is the data present in the pre-pointer here? Pre-pointer is pointing at this particular node. What is the data present here is 1. 1 is not equal to value. What is the value we have here? 4. Yeah, condition is true. Enter into it. So pre-pointer equal to pointer. So right now pre-pointer will consist of the value of a pointer. Now pointer consists of the address something called as 100. That 100 will be present here. Then we have to increment pointer, right? So pointer equal to pointer next. So pointer is present in this particular location. What is the next value present here? We have here 200. So pointer will be having 200. So that means right now the pointer has skipped to this particular location. What about pre-pointer 100? So pre-pointer is present here only. We just incremented pointer now. Now what we have to do? Again, what we have to do? We have to again check the condition. What is that? While pre-pointer data not equal to 1. So pre-pointer is still in this first node. So 1 is not equal to 4. So 2 times it is going to check. Condition true. So what I have to do now? Pre-pointer equal to pointer. So pre-pointer equal to PTR. PTR is present in which location? 200. So pre-pointer will become now 200. And pointer will become pointer next. So what is the data present here? Pointer next 300. So 300. So simply what we are doing is this pointer is skipping to this particular location. P, T, R. And what about pre-pointer? It is pointing to 200. So from 100, it will come to the second node, pre-PTR. Okay, I hope you people are getting it. Now what we are going, same process repeated. Now pre-pointer data not equal to value. So where is pre-pointer right now? Second node. What is the data present in that? 7. 7 is not equal to 4. Condition satisfied. Same process repeated. Now this time what will happen? This pointer will be incremented to this particular location. And what about this pre-pointer? Definitely it will also be incremented now and it will come to this particular location. Same way, again we'll check the condition. Pre-pointer data this time consists of value 3. 3 is not equal to 4. 3 is not equal to 4. Condition true. Same, incremented. So pointer will be pointing to somewhere here and pre-pointer will be pointing somewhere here. Now again you will be checking the condition. Now this is a condition which we have to take carefully now. Pre-pointer data not equal to value. What is the value we have here? 4. 4 not equal to 4. How can that be possible? Condition has been failed. So simply skip from here, come to the next point. So you have reached the location. You have reached that particular destination. What we have to do now? Pre-pointer next equal to pointer next. So what is the pre-pointer next value consist of here? 500. So pre-pointer next equal to pointer next. What is the value present in the pointer next? Pointer is pointing to the node here, which is having the value 600. So what I am doing here is pre-pointer next equal to pointer next. So pointer is pointing, the value present in the pointer next is 600. So I'm making it as 600. Now this 600 will be stored in pre-pointer next. So where is the location? This is the location. So it will simply remove 500 there and it will give 600. So 600 means this is a node. So there is a direct connection from here to here and this has been detached from in between. Okay, so since we are detached it, but we did not free that memory. The memory is present here still. So what I have to use? Free PTR, free this particular pointer variable, whichever it is doing. So automatically this particular node will be removed. And finally, there is a direct connection from this particular node to this particular node. So this is a way how we can delete this particular information. So I hope you people have understood how exactly this particular thing works. Okay. So this is all about for today's session. Only 3 cases we have: deleting from the beginning, deleting from the last, and deleting from after a given node. If you want, you can also write a code for deleting a before node. That's up to you. You people can try it. And this is all finally what we have with respect to this particular session. So I hope you people have understood this particular concept. So this is all for today's session. Thank you. Thank you for watching.